Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's core and cardio workout. You're not going to need much equipment at all today. You're just going to need a folding chair like I have here or a kitchen chair, something to do sit to stand squats with. Let's go ahead and get started with 15 minutes of full body warm-ups, and then we will go into some cardio and then core down on the floor. We're going to get started. Hands on the hips. We're going to go up on the toes, back on the heels, warming up the shins and the calves. This is going to help with any knee pain you might be having. Make sure the heels come up right behind those toes. Give me 3 more, 2 more, last one. Now bring the feet wide, arms wide, hips to the front, and we're going to twist the upper torso. And twist, hands coming behind the mid back as your hips stay facing me. Three more each side, 2 more each side, 1 more. Now we're gonna warm up those hamstrings and the glutes, arms out in front, shoulder width apart, feet hip width apart. We're gonna squat and kick, squat and kick. Down and up through the heels, belly button into the spine. Try to bring those toes up to the hands while you have a soft bend in the knees. It's okay if your feet don't reach all the way up there. Keep the arms parallel to the floor. 1 more each side. Now we're gonna warm up those quads in the front of our thighs and work on our posture. Hands at the mid back, draw the shoulders back, chest out, elbows back, rock and kick. Heels to the rear. Again, it's okay if your heel doesn't get all the way up there in the back, but try to reach as high as you can, activating and firing those quads. In 5, 4, 3, 2, last one each side. Now we're gonna get some lateral movement, stretching out the hips and the hamstrings. We're gonna step apart, kick with the other foot, cross, feet are flat on the ground. We're gonna come down and tap, and come up through the heels and apart. Kick, cross, down and up through the heels and apart. Kick, cross, tap, feel that awesome stretch in your hips. 1 more each side. Down and up. Now we're gonna work on our balance and open up our hips. We're gonna plant the left leg, right foot is gonna come forward and down. Now working it back, front corner and down. Out to the side, back corner, and then straight back, tighten the rear. Again to the back, back corner, working it back to the front, out to the side, front corner, and then straight ahead, soft bend in the knee, switch legs. Forward and down, front corner and down, out to the side, back corner, and then straight back, tighten the rear, again to the back, back corner, out to the side, front corner, and then finish out straight ahead. Excellent job. Now we're going to work on our balance and our coordination with this thinking exercise. Goblet squat and reach, feet hip width apart, toes in front of the heels. We're going to reach up to the ceiling, forward, beneath, come into a squat and hold, knees over the heels, hold it there, 1 arm, the other, and come up. Again, forward, beneath, squat and hold it there, 1 arm, the other, come up. Again, forward, beneath, squat and hold it there, 1 arm, the other, come up, nice and tall, forward, beneath, squat and hold, nice and low. Hips and rear behind the knees, toes in front of the heels, but your toes are curled up to the ceiling so that you're using those heels as you squat down and then elevate. Chest towards the knees, back is flat. Nice job. 1 arm, the other, come up. 3 more, forward, beneath, squat and hold it there. One arm, the other, come up. Two more, forward, beneath, squat and hold, nice and low. One arm, the other, belly button into the spine, last one. One arm, the other, and come up, bring those hands down, bring the feet wide, push the knees to the back. Try to grab the ankles or touch the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up through those heels. Now we're gonna go into jacks or modified jacks for 30 seconds. Ready and go. Feet wide and then together. Don't cheat yourself. Open up those hips. Touch the fingertips over the head, thighs at the bottom. If you're doing modified, lean into it. Bringing the foot wide, leaning chest towards the knee. 15 seconds. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now bring those hands down, shoulders to the back. 3, 2, and 1 to the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Now we're going to go to the wall for a wall sit. Otherwise, you can go into a squat and hold if you don't have an open space. Feet hip width apart, toes in front of the heels. We're going to walk the feet out. Drop the rear, knees over the heels, hips and rear behind the heel, behind the knees. Hands on the wall. Don't have them on your thighs. Bring them to the wall. Shoulders back. Belly button to the spine. Spine into the wall. Extend the neck high. Bring the knees wide. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push up the wall. Now we're going to warm up that upper body. Feet wide, arms wide, small circles to the front for 30 seconds. Going to hold it here, and then we're going to reverse the circle to the back. Tilt that pelvis forward, tighten that rear, pull the belly button into that spine. Small circles, toning those shoulders, the upper back, and the underarms. Breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down. Arms are going to come back out, and we're reversing that circle to the back. Hold it there. Again, tilt the pelvis forward, tighten the rear, tighten the core by pulling that belly button into the spine. Push that energy through your heels into the floor. 15 seconds. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down. Shoulders shrug. Shoulders high. Hands low. High and low. Shoulders to the ears. Pushing down to the floor. High and low. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Now bring the arms out to the side. Over unders. One hand over and then the other. One hand and then the other. No swing of the hips. No arching of the back. We're opening up the chest, strengthening the shoulders and the upper back. And 5. Switch. 4. Switch. 3. And 2. Last one each side. Now bring those hands down. Arms are going to come forward. We're going to squeeze in the back, clap in the front. Similar motion, just changing it slightly. Opening up the chest again, working on our posture, bringing those shoulders back and preventing the rounding of the shoulders and the neck. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring those hands down. Let's go into windmills. One arm across the body and out, the other, and both across the body and out to the side. One arm, the other, and both. Again, one arm, the other, and both. Again, one arm, the other, and both. Last one arm, the other, and both. Now your neck. We're going to look to the side. Center and switch. Center, side, center, and switch. Center. One more. Now up to the ceiling, down to the floor, and ceiling, and floor. One more, stretching out that neck. Roll it all the way around. Big circle up to the ceiling, back down to the floor. And reverse. All right, let's go back to the wall for another wall sit, or you can go into a squat and hold. Feet hip width apart, rest that back against the wall. We're gonna walk the feet out. Drop the rear till the hips and the rear are behind the knees. Push the belly button into the spine. Bring the knees out wide. If you wanna add some difficulty, you can bend at the elbows and join me with your arms over the head, pushing the elbows and the wrists into the wall. Otherwise, drop the hands down to your side at the wall. Hold it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those hands and push up the wall. Grab a quick drink. We're gonna finish out our dynamic warm-up down on the mat. We're gonna start with a plank. So we're gonna start on our hands and our knees. All right. So we're gonna be on our hands and knees. You can either be on your palms or your elbows, and you can be on your knees, sliding the knees back or up on the toes. We're gonna come up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're on your knees, draw those knees back, hip width apart, drop the hips and the rear down so that the back and the tummy are flat. If you're on the toes, bring those feet nice and wide, drop the heels back, drop the rear, elevate the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades, push through the palms or the elbows into the floor. Hold it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down to the mat, point the toes, plant the hands, and extend the arms, stretching out the lower back. If you have back pain, you can join me on the elbows here. Keep those toes pointed. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the hands. We're going to come all the way back with the rear to the feet. Bring the knees out wide. And we're going to extend the arms forward, drop the elbows, drop the head to the floor. Stretching out the hips, stretching out the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the hands. We're going to come onto our hands and knees into a quadruped position. We're going to go into bird dog, reaching out opposite arm, opposite leg. Come back to center. Opposite arm, opposite leg, back to center. Big exhale as you extend both limbs. Hands and knees come back nice and wide, back to center. Don't let the hips rotate with that knee. Square them up with the floor and the other knee. Big exhale, flex and push. Big exhale, flex and push. Give me 5 more each side. 4 more each side. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more each side. And relax. Now let's stretch out that back and strengthen the glutes. We're gonna go on our back into glute bridges. Knees over the heels, fingertips to the heels. Roll the shoulder blades underneath you. We're gonna push the hips high, we're tight. Come down and relax. Up high, we're tight. Come down and relax. Your feet are about 8 to 10 inches apart, right underneath the knees. Your knees aren't moving forward, sideways, or inward. They should stay in place, pointing straight up to the ceiling, right over those heels. Should feel it more in the back of the body than you do in the front. If you feel it more in your quads and in the front, you're probably pushing those hips too high. Give me 8, and then we're holding. 7, push through the heels, curl the toes up. 6, and 5, and 4, and breathe. 2, last one, hold at the top. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax that rear to the mat. All right, grab a quick drink. Take your time getting up. We're gonna get started with some cardio. I'm gonna start with jumping jacks. We're gonna start with 50 jacks. You're gonna do 50, 10 to the front, side, back, side, front for a total of 50, 10 in each direction. Ready and go. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn 10, 8, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn 10, 8, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn 10, and 8, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn 10. Last 8, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath. Now we're gonna go to the chair. We're gonna go into sit to stand squat. So we're gonna rest at the edge of our chair, rears right at the edge, legs are at 90 degrees, knees right over the heels. I don't want you holding the chair or putting your hands on your legs. You're gonna use your body weight, do whatever else you wanna do with your arms to elevate yourself up, hips over the knees, rear comes back down to the chair. Don't let those knees come forward. Look down, knees should stay over the heels, toes in front of the heels. You're gonna tap and elevate. Tap and elevate. Try not to sit too long. We're doing this for a minute. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Curl those toes up, down and up through the heels. Check in on those knees again. We're halfway there, 30 seconds. Come down and tap, and lift, tap, and lift. Don't sit too long on that chair. 20 seconds. Nice job. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath. Take your time getting up. We're going to go into a sumo squat with rotation. Work on the whole body here. Feet nice and wide, toes to the front corners of the room. Arms out in front of you at your chest. We're going to bend at the knees, lower the rear between the knees, and twist. Center, twist, center, 45 seconds. Challenge yourself. Squeeze those shoulder blades together in the back. So you're working the shoulders. Keep those hips facing me as you bring the elbows behind you, working the core. Now we're going to work the legs a little more. Drop the rear lower in between the knees. Big breath, 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And relax. Awesome. Now we're going to go down to the mat for the rest of our time together with the rest of the routine. We are going to start on our back. We're going to stretch out the back, work the lower abdominals, work the legs a little bit. Bent knee rolls. So legs are at 90 degrees. Feet are flexed. Palms are up to the side of the shoulders. Keep those knees apart as you drop the knees to the right to the floor. And use the lower abdominals to come back to center and switch. And come back to center. Knees should stay about 4 to 6 inches apart. Hip width apart. Palms, shoulders, upper back should stay fleshed and flat on the floor. Push those parts of your body into the floor to support the lower body as it moves. Keep the feet flexed. Don't let the knees come to the chest. Don't let the heels drop. Give me 4 more each side. And switch. 3 more each side. And switch. 2 more. Should feel a great stretch in the back. The last one each side. And switch. Nice job. Now we're going to lay on our back, go into single or double leg lifts, legs extended, feet hip width apart. Knees are softly bent so that those knees are not down on the floor like this. They're up off the ground. Toes pointed, just the thumbs under the rear so we don't have an excessive arch in the back. We do single or double leg lifts. We're gonna bring the heels up over the hips and then lower to the ground. If you're doing alternating, one, up, soft bend in the knee and down, and then switch. Nice job. Give me 10 more if you're doing doubles, 5 more if you're doing alternating. Big breath out. Push through those palms and the belly button to the spine as you lower. If you're doing doubles, lower those feet about an inch or two off the ground. If you're doing alternating, you can lower the feet all the way to the ground. Give me 5 more. Breathe out. And 4. Breathe out. 3, soft bend in the knees, 2 pointed. 2, big breath. Last one. Lower those feet all the way to the ground. Now we're going to stretch out that back. Bend at the knees, feet hip width apart. We're going to go into a glute bridge with an overhead reach. Fingertips start towards the heels. We're going to extend the hips high, rear tight. Bring the fingertips up to the ceiling and then back of the hand to the ground over your head and reverse and come back down. Big exhale. Tummy flat, back flat. Big exhale. Big breath. Curl those toes up. Nice job. Halfway there. Give me 8 more. Hips high, rear tight. And 6. 5. Working the whole body here. 4. 3. Keep that energy and that intensity. 2. Last one. And relax on the mat. Now we are going to go into waist to knee crunches, hands at the hip bones, neck relaxed. We're going to glide those fingertips up to the knees and relax on the ground. Glide up to the knees, come back down. Big breath out and come back down. And again, relaxing those elbows each time you come back down to the floor. Give yourself a double chin here. Looking up at a slight angle. Elbows relax. Hands come from the hip bones to the knees. Come back down. Give me 8. Isolating those lower abdominals. Belly button down to the pubic bone. And 6. And 5. And 4. Head, neck, and shoulders up. And 2. Last one. And relax. Now we're going to go into 90-degree slides. Palms out to the side. Legs back to 90 degrees. We're going to extend the right leg, flex the right foot. Heels about an inch off the ground. Use that quad in the front of the thigh to bring the knee back. And switch. Pushing through the palms. Pushing the shoulders into the floor as well. Pushing the belly button into the spine. Really working those lower abdominals. We're working the legs here too, which you'll feel in a little bit here. Knees stay wide over the hips. Feet stay flexed. Heels should be about an inch or 2 off the floor. Give me 5 more each side. 4. And 3. Big breath, no arch in the back. And 2. Heels high, knees high, not towards the chest. Last one each side. And relax. Next, we're going to go into crunches with rotation. Heels are hip width apart, toes in front of the heels, fingertips behind the ears. Elbows relax at the side. We're going to reach left elbow to right knee, about a foot or so from that knee. Come back down and rotate to the other side. Opposite elbow stays on the floor. Should only come about 12 inches from that knee. Head, neck, and shoulders up and reach. Come back down. Up and reach. And then relax. Just the fingertips behind the ears, not the whole hand. It's a soft, gentle placement so you're not pulling on the neck. Push through those heels as you elevate up. Give me 6 more each side. 6. And switch. 5. And switch. 4. And reach. 3. Big breath. 2. Last one, each side, guys. And relax. You really feel that in the lower abdominals. Great rotational core exercise. Now we're going to go into a V sit. So you can either have your heels hip width apart, arms parallel to the floor with your feet rested there on the floor, drawing the shoulders back at an angle. Otherwise, you can join me with your feet elevated so the lower leg is parallel to your floor or your mat. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. Arms out. And we're going to elevate in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to draw those shoulders back towards the floor and then bring the toes up to the ceiling. If you're elevating your legs, make sure the lower leg is parallel to the floor of the mat. Don't round the shoulders forward, draw them back. Arms are parallel to your floor or your mat. You're breathing into the fingertips, breathing into the toes. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, breathe, 2, and 1. Drop those heels and come forward. Excellent. Now we're going to go on our knees. We're going to get some more rotation on our hands and our knees here. We're going to go into quadruped crunches. So hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width apart, toes are pointed. We're going to bring the fingertips behind the left ear and draw them, the elbow either to the side or up to the ceiling. And then we're going to come down pointing underneath the shoulder. And we're going to open up the chest, point under the shoulder. I don't expect the elbow to come to the floor. You should be about 8 to 10 inches off the floor. Your right palm should be under the right shoulder. Your knees should stay under the hips. Give me 7 more. And 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. 2. Last one. And relax. We're switching sides. Fingertips behind the right ear. Draw the elbow up to the ceiling or out to the side. And then down under the right shoulder. And twist. And down. Give me 10 more. Pushing through that left palm under the left shoulder. Knees wider the hips. And 8. And 7. And 6. Open up the chest. Strengthen the shoulders. Work the core. 4. And 3. And 2. Last one. Relax. Excellent. We're going to finish out this part of the routine with a high plank. So a lot of you might be elbow plankers. I want to challenge yourself. So we're going to have the back of the palms underneath the shoulders. If you're going to join me on your knees are nice and wide. And again, we're going to slide those knees back, bring the toes up, drop the hips down, drop the rear, and hold it there. Push through the shoulders into the palms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, bringing the shoulders up towards the ceiling, squeezing the middle of the upper back. Neck is relaxed, breathing into the floor. Now push through those palms again as you elevate up. Engage the core, tighten the rear. Big breath out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, bring that rear all the way back to the heels. Bring the knees wide. We're going to extend the arms forward, drop the elbows, drop the head, stretch out the shoulders, the back, and the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now curl those toes underneath. Take your time getting up. I'm going to go back to the top. Where did we start with that cardio? We're going to go back into jacks, 50 of them. 10 to the front, side, back side, and then front again. I'll join you. I'll count for you. Ready? Let's do it. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn 10, 8, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn 10, feet wide and together. 8 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn 10 and 8 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn 10 and 8. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath. We're going to go into those sit to stand squats at the chair. Feet hip width apart at 90 degrees. Toes in front of the heels. Make sure the hips right behind the knees. Knees over the heels. Hands at your side. We're going to come up and back down. Tap, up and back down. Tap. 1 minute. Tap, don't sit too long in that chair. This is gonna help your squatting technique. We're gonna work the glutes, teach you how to properly execute and fire those glutes. You're gonna use the quads, help you work on your balance by curling those toes up. You're gonna bend properly and hinge at the waist and the hips, as well as the knees, keeping those knees over the heels. Halfway there. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Nice job. Do whatever feels natural with your arms. After this, we're gonna go into that sumo squat with rotation. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Feet wide, feet to the front corners of the room. Hands at the chest, elbows nice and wide. Squeeze those shoulder blades in the back. Bend at the knees, bring in the rear between the knees, and we're going to twist, center, twist, center, nice and low, 45 seconds. Twist, center, hips facing me, elbows come behind the mid-back. We're going to drop that rear, bend more at the knees, challenge those legs. Now challenge your core, bring the elbows further behind you. Breathe out, center, breathe out, center. Don't let those hips move. Don't let that rear creep up, drop it low. Tilt the pelvis forward, bring the knees wide. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push up through those heels. Excellent. Now we're gonna go back down to the mat. We're gonna start with those bent knee rolls. Palms out to the side of the shoulders. Legs at 90 degrees, knees right over the hips. We're gonna drop those knees to the side, try to get them to touch the floor. It's okay if they aren't. We'll try to get close. Your back might be tight. This is gonna really loosen it up. Keep the knees hip width apart as you rotate. Heels stay high, feet stay flexed. Don't let the knees come towards the chest. Don't let the heels drop. Give me 5 more each direction. 4 more each direction. 3, 2, keep that 90-degree bend. Last one each side. And relax. Now we are going to go into waist to knee crunches, feet on the ground, hands at the hip bones, elbows relaxed on the floor. We're going to give ourselves a double chin as we glide those fingertips up to the knees, come back down to the hips, elbows relax, up to the knees, and relax. Big exhale. Don't be afraid to tuck that chin in. Breathe out into the ceiling as you come up. Give me 10 more. 10. And relax. 9, and relax. 8, 7, and 6, and 5. Big breath. 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, big exhale. And relax. Now we're going to go into single or double leg lifts. Just the thumbs under the rear, legs extended, soft bend in the knee. Toes are pointed. Push through the palms as you bring both or one foot up over the hip and back down. If you're doing doubles, feet should come an inch or two off the floor. If you're doing alternating, you can bring them all the way to the floor. Push that belly button into the spine. Push the palms into the floor. Halfway there. 6 more if you're doing doubles, 3 more if you're alternating. And 5. Breathe out. And 4. Breathe out. And 3. And 2. Last one. And big exhale as you lower to the ground. Now we're going to stretch out that back. Bend the knees, fingertips start towards the heels. We're going to extend the hips high, rear tight. Glute bridge with an overhead reach. And then reverse down to the mat. Up high, rear tight, reach. And come back down. Should be flat in the front, flat in the back as you elevate. No higher. I don't want the hips up towards the ceiling like so. You don't want the back excessively arched. Give me 10 more. Curl the toes up to the ceiling. Use those heels. And 9. And 8. Big breath. 7. And 6. And 5. Nice job. 4. Feel those hip bones. 3. And 2. Last one, last reach. And lower down to the mat. Now we're going to go into 90-degree slides. Palms are touching the ground out to the side of the shoulders. Feet are flexed. Legs are elevated to 90 degrees. We're going to push the belly button into the spine as we extend the right leg. Heel an inch off the ground. Bring that knee back over the hip and switch. Push through those palms. Push through those shoulders. Push through that lower back as you extend the leg. Big breath out and come back. Big breath out. Quad brings it back. Don't let the knee come towards the chest. We don't want to do this. Keep it nice and high, feet elevated. 5 more each side. And switch. Then we're going to go into a V-sit. 4. And switch. 3. And switch. Big breath. 2. And switch. Last one each side. And relax, bring those feet to the ground. And we're going to come into a seated position, into a V-sit. Again, however you're comfortable, feet rested or elevated. Both positions, arms should be parallel to your mat or the floor. We're going to go up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those feet up. Draw the shoulders back. Hold it here, hold it here. If your legs are elevated, bring the feet up so that the leg is parallel to the floor. If you're rounding the shoulders forward, open up that chest, bringing the shoulders back towards your floor behind you. It's okay if your legs start shaking, just means you're working really hard. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. You guys, I forgot the crunches with rotation, so we have to go back down to the floor for that. Fingertips behind the ears, elbows relaxed. We're going to reach one elbow to opposite knee and relax and switch. I'd hate for you to miss out on some rotational ab work. A foot from the opposite knee, head, neck, and shoulders up. Relax that elbow, head, neck, and shoulders up. And relax. No pulling on the neck. It's just the fingertips that are gently placed behind the ear. Don't even need to rest it behind the head, just behind the ear. Opposite elbow on the floor. Don't let those knees move with your body as you rotate. Give me 6 more each side, and then we're going on the hands and knees. 5 more each side. 4. And 3. Challenge yourself. Get a little higher. And 2. Big breath. Last one each side. And switch. Relax. Awesome. Let's go on our hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, hips over the knees, nice and wide. We're going to bring the fingertips behind the left ear. Bring that elbow wide or up to the ceiling, and then bring it down under the shoulder. And lift and bend, and lift and bend. 9 more. Push through that right palm. It should be under the shoulder. 7 and 6 and 5, 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. And relax. Switching side, fingertips behind the ears. Bring the elbow up and down and up and down. Feel that rotation. Push through that left palm underneath the shoulder. And 7 and 6 and 5. Elbow about 8 inches from the floor. And 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Relax. All right, we're going to finish out with that high plank. Palms underneath the shoulders. Knees nice and wide, hip width apart. We're going to slide those knees back. Bring the feet up off the ground. Drop the hips down. Drop the rear low. Tighten the rear, but not too low. We don't want to be down by the floor. Push through those palms as your body comes into one straight line in the front, straight line in the back. Push through those shoulders into the palms. Squeeze the shoulder blades, relax the neck. Halfway through. Push, push, push into the floor. You got it. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down to the floor. Plant the hands, extend the arm, point those toes. Stretch out the lower back. And now join me at your feet. Bring the rear all the way back there. Bring the knees out wide, lower the chest between the knees, lower the elbows and the head to the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Now we're going to bring the knees together, curl the toes underneath you. Take your time getting up. Keep the feet hip width apart, soft bend in the knees. Grab those elbows and rock back and forth. Rock back and forth, stretching up the hips and the glutes, as well as the hamstrings. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push through those heels and extend your arms straight up, reaching up to the ceiling, and then you can turn forward, hands at your side. We're going to clasp the hands, tilt the pelvis forward, and reach up to the ceiling. And bend gently to one side. And back to center. And switch to the other side. And back to center. Flip the wrists, push into the ceiling, bring the feet hip width apart and push into the floor. Push in both directions, look up at the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands apart. Hands come together behind the rear. We're going to bring the rear back, squeezing the shoulder blades, chest forward. Soft bend in the knees as the head comes towards the ground. Hands come up towards the ceiling. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push through the heels, tilt the pelvis forward. I'm going to bring one arm across the body. Other hand comes underneath and pulls in. Stretch out that shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Hold it here. Make sure you're not pulling on the shoulder or the elbow. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Swing that arm over the head. Grab your ear on the other side. Pull away and drop your shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Switching sides. Grab that ear and pull away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again next week for another new workout. Have a really good day. See you next week, guys. Bye-bye.